Vestil and welcome to my channel. I know this channel has been a number of things ever since I initially started talking about cryptocurrency and blockchain, a little bit about real estate, was trying to shift it to my podcast, but I really just want this to be a document of my entire life, everything I do, everything on my journey. There's a lot of transition going on in my life right now, and I just want to share that with you and also have a place where I get to document all the progress I've made in, I guess, my life, because that's what this is going to be. I want to be completely transparent with you about my entire life and where I'm at, so I actually have a place where I could store all this stuff, because I mean, oh my god, like my life has completely, it's completely I'm completely at a different place than I was a year ago, actually 6 months ago, which is insane. So I'm just gonna give a quick recap of my life. So May 2019, I graduated college from Marquette University as a marketing and information systems major in the business school. And though I love Milwaukee, I love Chicago, I actually looked at jobs in both places. I knew inside of me that I really wanted to travel Southeast Asia. So I actually booked a round-trip ticket to Thailand. It actually resulted in me not going home. As you can see, I live in Chiang Mai right now. Well, you can't see, this is just my room, so you can't tell I'm in Chiang Mai. I could be essentially anywhere in the world. I was supposed to be backpacking Thailand, and obviously I landed in Bangkok, and then my brother Mike Vestil lives in Bali, so he was like, come to Bali, you need to come now. So I went to Bali, and I actually took a detour. So to Bali, ended up traveling to Singapore, lived in the Philippines for 2 months because I have family there. I live by myself, but I still have family there. Got a little too comfortable for my liking, so just decided to pick up and move to Chiang Mai. And granted, I knew nothing about Chiang Mai, knew nobody in Chiang Mai, so I did this all by myself, and it was really fucking scary. So I just want to be better at documenting my life, because it's just a major transition point happening in my life right now, and I want to be able to look back on this and see like who I was as a person and what I was doing and things that like drove me at this point in my life. I want this channel to just be me being my entire journey. So I just want to share like what's been happening in my life ever since I moved to Chiang Mai. This entire time I've been trying to actually build my own business. Throughout all of my college career, always been a part of helping my brother build his business from the ground up. Those of you who don't know my brother, is Mike Vestil, and he actually dropped out of college, like did this whole journey, moved to Asia, started his own business. But I was actually his first employee when he was like barely making it. I saw him be the kid that like absolutely nothing to like now living in a villa in Bali with a dog. So it's been really amazing. And so I started off doing customer service with him. Along the way, I started doing my own things. I started my own e-commerce business where I was selling jewelry. There's another e-commerce business I started where I was drop shipping shirts and stuff. And like I started all these things, I would see a little bit of success and then I would get distracted. I was a college student, so it was really hard for me to balance all this stuff, social life, my school life, and working. Then whenever I would see like even slight success, I would get freaked out. Like it was not good. I think I have this innate behavior to like success. I've come to terms with it now, but in the past, like it's always been something that I've struggled with. Like I'll start to see things going well and then I'll like completely self-sabotage it. But that's just like a weakness I have, and that's okay because we all have weaknesses and we're all just human. Yeah. College, I've always tried to start my own business. I tried starting my own consulting agency when I was a sophomore. Took on one client that was a chiropractor. And then my senior year was kind of just me focusing on myself. I stopped working for my brother. Well, I mean, occasionally here and there I would help out, obviously. But my junior and senior year, I just worked. Junior year, I worked at a boutique and then studied abroad my second semester. And then senior year, I had a digital business internship at a company called Rockwell Automation. It's just an industrial automation business. I really actually liked my job. It was very analytical. It was a digital business. I learned a lot about blockchain and all this different stuff that I found really fascinating. It wasn't for something that truly embodied what I wanted to do long term. A very creative person. I really like the fashion industry, the wellness industry, the beauty industry, and so I always saw myself going down that route, and industrial automation is completely opposite of that. And so I worked there for a year, and then after graduating university, I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna travel Asia. Whatever happens, happens. I was actually expected to a couple interviews when I got back from Asia, or even have Skype interviews, but then within me I was like, no, I can't do this to myself. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go all in, try to do anything that I can in my nature. Sorry, my camera died. I am just gonna jump back into where I was. So I was trying to scale my travel blog, which I started in 2017 when I first traveled for the first time ever, really by myself. And what was cool was I tried making my travel blog a thing when I was studying abroad, and I automated a ton of things on Pinterest, and I was actually still getting traffic from that automation that I did, that I spent like a year doing like 2 years ago. So that was cool, and I was trying to scale that, and I'm still trying to do that a little bit because there's still traffic going there. So my travel blog, most of the stuff on there is related to studying abroad and traveling. There's a plane. And then I also started the Female Passion Project, which is my passion project. It's actually like my podcast that I created, and also I just want to create a community of like badass women, but also I think it's important that like women and men balance each other out. I think women can't thrive without men, and men can't thrive without women, so it's not like a in-your-face feminist type community. It's definitely like everyone supporting everyone. And like, if men want to support the Female Passion Project, that is a-okay. So yeah, that's what happened. And then essentially I went to a couple retreats, and then I just had a very clear vision of what I wanted to do. And so that was essentially to eventually host my own retreat. I think in the future I am interested in getting my yoga teacher training. I don't want to say I want to do it, but I'm interested in it. It's always something I've been interested in ever since I started yoga. So I'm interested in getting my yoga teacher training certificate, if that's even what it's called. So I'm not sure. Sorry if that's not what it's called, but you know what I'm saying. And then I actually ended up working for free for this retreat space called Therapy House, located here in Chiang Mai. I offered to work for free. I posted in tons and tons of Facebook groups, and I was like, you know what, I want experience in the wellness space. I'm gonna work for free to get there. And so just to get my foot in the door, because you never know, everyone's connected somehow, and it's insane. Like, once you actually start networking with people, it's amazing the connections that people have. So I offered to work for free. I got in contact with a couple different businesses, but Therapy was definitely the one that was aligned with my goals, and the owners, Susanna and Daniel, are just two amazing people. They moved back here from London. Susanna's originally from Thailand and lived in Thailand for about like 15 years or so, and we just aligned with everything. And so I offered to help them market the space for free. They were just opening up the retreat space, so they were starting from the ground up, and that was really incredible for me to actually see that. This is really bothering me. Why is this crooked? Ah! Oh no. My camera's like breaking. It's really sad. Ah, yeah, that's better. Oh no. Okay, yeah. Much straighter. I was like, oh my god, why am I crooked? So I started working for Therapy, and I was just creating graphics and creating Facebook events, and really just like designing flyers and brochures to print, and just doing everything that's like PR marketing. I was running their entire social media account on a daily basis. So I was also photo editing and writing captions and hashtags and trying to build their following as well, especially in the Chiang Mai community. And so that's essentially what I was doing, and I was getting so much experience doing that, and also it built up my confidence that I was able to actually work in this space. Throughout university, I had a lot of experience working with Facebook marketing and digital marketing, but I never actually trusted my ability to do it by myself. And so actually offering to work for free was a really incredible opportunity for me to do that, and Susanna actually gave me the opportunity to do that and test my abilities. So I actually ran marketing campaigns for their retreat space for a retreat, obviously, and was actually able to get leads, and that was really cool to actually see my ability come to life, because before I knew I was able to do it, but I've never had real businesses that I did it for. I mean, granted, I did it for my own business, and I've done it for like my brother's business back in the day, but I never did it for actual clients. And so me actually doing that for free was worth the experience of doing it for free, because I was able to learn so much. I was also able to gain the confidence to do things and also reach out to other people in the wellness retreat space. It actually ended up me partnering with one of the guys I'm partnered with now, Jake Paul White, who actually has his own branding agency, or branding studio I should say, and he's awesome. And so essentially what it's gonna look like is he does branding, I do marketing, and we're all just gonna partner together in the wellness space to do all things visibility wise for people in the wellness space and branding space. So that was really awesome as well, and that wouldn't have happened if actually Susanna, because I was telling Susanna like my dreams and aspirations and literally everything, and she was like, oh, like I think Jake Paul White does that, like you should check him out. And I was like, oh, interesting. And so then I like actually looked at his website, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to do stuff for like marketing and design for people in the wellness space, and that's exactly what he's doing. Turned out he's a mutual friend of a mutual friend, and they actually put us in connection, and actually ended up in us now working together. And I am currently writing content for his blog, and will also take on marketing clients. But along that process, I took on my own personal first client, which was so cool. It was like one of the coolest opportunities for me. It was a turning point where I was like, oh my god, I spent 6 months doing this and doing all this work and trying to make things work, and then finally I was able to get my own client. So that was really cool. Got paid for the first time just in December, and that was amazing. Like it was so cool for me. But obviously it's still a work in progress. I'm still at the very beginning steps of my process, and it's been like an incredible ride, and I'm so excited because 2020 is a year that I actually feel that it's gonna be a turning point for me, for sure. And that is really cool to just like visualize, because when I was in university, I always visualized that this was going to be my life. I was going to move to Asia, I was going to have my own marketing consulting type thing, and like working in the wellness space for me has been incredible. It's helped me with improve my wellness, which I guess like is like the ultimate best thing you could do for yourself. In my perspective. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and I just wanted to create more content to document this entire journey, because at times it does get really fucking scary. Like when nothing was going right in 2019, I was really scared and nothing was clicking, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to go back to Chicago, I'm gonna have to get a job. But if you put in the work, things actually do work out, and trusting that process, if you continue to show up, it's incredible what also shows up. And it's like this woo-woo stuff that like I used to never believe in, but it's happened to me. I've been able to manifest people into my life, friendships into my life, relationships into my life, and partnerships into my life, and it's been absolutely insane. It blows my mind all the time. But yeah, this is just the beginning, and so I wanted to come on here and be completely transparent with you about where I'm at in my life and what's been going on in my life, not just for YouTube and like people watching this, but for me to be able to look back on this 10 years from now and see, oh my god, that was a major turning point in my life. And so this entire channel is just going to be a documentation of everything Angelique. It's not going to be tailored towards one thing or the other. I think it's just going to be about my life, and I hope you guys stay along for the journey, because I'm really excited. There's so much to look forward to in 2020. I already can feel it, and I already am starting to see things happen, which is absolutely incredible for me. And so yeah, that is my life. It's crazy. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I live in Chiang Mai and this is the life that I live, and it's insane. Like it's seriously insane, but I love every single minute of it. Like I meet the coolest people, I get to do the coolest things, I get to sightsee every weekend. I work mainly during the week, so I'm usually at my computer during then, but it's so cool. Like it's such a cool place. Southeast Asia is totally underestimated, at least for Americans traveling. It's really underrated, and I highly recommend it to get your freaking feet on a plane and over here to Chiang Mai. You can hang out with me if you're not a creepy stalker. But yeah, so that's just an update on my life. I hope you stick around. If you want to stick around, please subscribe and comment and like this video. I haven't really done this, so I'm not really good at like what I'm supposed to say at this point of the video. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I hope you guys stick around for the rest of my journey. I'm really excited and I can't wait to be completely transparent with you about my journey here. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.